Welcome to Turmeric and Tequila with your host, Kristen Olson. Questioning a better way, one gracefully disruptive conversation at a time.
Hi guys, KO here. Welcome to Turmeric and Tequila. I am super excited to be with you today. We've got a quick one coming at you. I wanted this to be more of like a sprint podcast, a really hot tidbit that I promise you will change and level up relationships in your life. As you know, we are focusing on leadership in 2023 on Turmeric and Tequila, and leadership is all about relationships. So I wanted to give you two things that I have directly taken away. I'm doing a bunch of coaches training and all kinds of purpose and leadership training, which is exciting. And I will be telling you more about that. We have more courses coming out through Turmeric and Tequila and KO Alliance. But I wanted to bring these two tidbits to you guys right now to level up your relationships, two really easy things. One that is 3 words that can change the game right now, because I think of all the training I'm doing, a lot of it is amazing. But it's really, everything kind of goes back to that really authentic relationship and how we can further connect in really authentic space. And how can we do that in a simple manner without hours and hours and hours on end of connecting? Because I actually don't think it's the amount of time that builds the connection. Of course, more offers more opportunity to connect, but really it's like, how can we authentically lean in and make the most of whatever time we do have, larger life metaphor here, to connect and really get to the baseline of what really matters, what's purposeful. So the 2 things, please write these down. The very first one, everything coaching leadership, you know this in your family, as a parent or as an eldest sibling or a leader in any capacity, professionally as CEO or manager or whatever. Listening is the biggest part of coaching, and it's a skill that many leaders have to kind of learn and get better at as we go on, myself included. We're always quick to find a solution because I think old school leadership is about solving the problem, and whatever's happening, we just got to solve it. We got to solve it right now. And that's not the way things really work. And that's not the way effective teams operate, personal, family, professional, whatever, in this day and age. So the number one thing that I've taken away from my training thus far, and I see it reiterated in all these high level, accredited university situations, Harvard, etc., all the name drops, is about listening, not being quick to solve it. And when someone's, venting or complaining or even offering positive feedback, instead of having some solution and quickly responding, simply say, tell me more about that. And it's that simple. And if you try this in your personal relationships, this is really a game changer, especially if you know each other and you've been in it for a while, and professionally, if you've been at your job or your situation for a long time. Instead of quick coming to the solution, someone's, expressing their feelings, positive or negative to you, don't have the solution. Simply say, tell me more about that. 5 easy words, and see what happens. And I would encourage, the more you model this, we talk about influencers, watch and wait and see until someone says that back to you, even as a leader, because we're still humans in this, and you'll find yourself, venting or just conversing with your coworkers, your family, your kids, whatever, and wait till they flip the script and say, oh, okay, yeah, tell me more about that. And it's like, oh, and see how that just in your heart, it opens up the doors and it validates what you're saying, and it shows genuine interest. Now, a lot of these trainings, it kind of rubs my soul the wrong way because it feels a little bit inauthentic, and especially in like these corporate conversations and courses in schooling, it's very like, do this to get this. And it's what I call like putting a tuxedo on, like really easy things like be a kind person. Well, here's your, change management strategy to being a leader. And yes, that is how it is, but like, there's just like some cringiness to it to me, where it feels a little bit contrived and inauthentic. So everything always starts with coming from authentic space. So genuinely want to know more. Like, you should be working with people you care about. And if not, as simple as it sounds, that's probably not the place you need to be where you're most purposeful. So get out of there. larger podcast, but those are the first steps. Get away. And if it's your family, obviously, or I hope that you care. So this is coming from authentic space. Tell me more about that and see how that changes the game in your communication, in your conversation, and most importantly, in your connection. This has happened to me professionally. I've seen, like, I've had really great leaders and coaches that listen, and it could be not about the sport or anything to do. It could be some personal matters, but just the capacity of them providing space for me to share was a game changer. And people might think, well, I don't have time for that. Da, 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 da. When people offer that to me, it wasn't for me personally like this big opportunity to have like a 20-minute saga of drama. I'm relatively drama free anyways. If you know me, it's not my vibe. But it was just opportunity for me to share, get it off. And it actually, I think, streamlined the conversation. We kind of got to, I felt it was out. Even if that person didn't provide solution for me, I shared my piece and we moved on. So magic words, tell me more about that. Boom. The second part, this is really great, and you can change the words a little bit if it's more personal, like family versus professional, because some verbiage is a little more appropriate in certain contexts. But this is an absolute game changer. And in leadership, I think you're hearing this a lot. And this is really amazing in family. I've seen parents do this. But it's simply saying, and you, again, with the idea of being connected and wanting to be open, providing that space for someone else to connect with you and to share. Simply say this: what can I do today to make you feel more loved? And I said in this, you can change the verbiage. Loved might be a lot for the corporate space. You can say, what can I do to make you feel more valued today? Or what can I make you feel what can I do to make you feel more special today? Whatever feels comfortable within your context. I think it's really great. If someone's asking you point blank, this is a little bit cliche, but it's saying, what can I do today to make you feel more valued? Honestly, like, let's get to this. Let's open up this space and tell me. And I think even if this is like your partner of X amount of years or your job for X amount of years, people will be shocked that you are ahead of the game. So before there's, breakdown or breakthrough, positive or negative, you're getting ahead of saying, like, let me know about you. How can I provide this space to show up the way you would like me to show up? And this is really magical because, again, it's before the breakdown happens, likely, or if it's a breakthrough, a positive thing. But we're all different humans. We have very different perspectives. And the way you're treating me might, in your mind, be like, oh, this is how I would like to be treated. So I'm sure this is how Kristen feels supported, whatever. But we're also different. That the way you're supporting me may not resonate with me at all. I may feel completely unsupported. So it's really great to just have that simple conversation and the game-changing question of, how can I make you feel more valued today? How can I make you feel more loved today? I'm showing up at work. Team, what's up? How can I make you feel more special today? Even if it sounds cliche, like, seriously, what is really something that we can do? And I think you'll be surprised by people's answers. I don't even think it will take them a long time to say. It will be, you know what, I would really love it if you took 5 minutes and read this report one more time, or if you could go through these YouTube videos and let me know your thoughts, or whatever it might be. The kiddos are always deeply, deeply honest in what they have to say. So I think you will be shocked if you ask your kids, how can I make you feel more loved today? And some of the answers will be really deep intel. I'm always fascinated that we can be brothers, sisters, family. And, obviously our genetics are the same, where the environment, nurture, and nature is usually pretty similar. And our perspectives can still be vastly, wildly different. So these are really simple things to just connect and, again, create that space to further connect, but also just to get to know each other better. And once you understand how you do feel valued, or some of your wants and desires you see that can benefit the relationship as a whole, personal or professional, it's amazing how quickly I think things change, especially as leaders. If you open up that space to get genuine communication and feedback on what the desires are and the desired rewards, or how I feel, good communication is happening, or how I feel valued, loved, or being special, you streamline that whole process. And it's not about just getting from A to B, but why don't we get from A to B so we can then get on to C all the way down to Z and, like, go accomplish our goal and live in our full purpose. So quick recap. Number one, listen, don't solve the problem. Simply say, tell me more about that in communicating, personal or professional. Number two, what can I do today to make you feel more valued, loved, or special, any of the above. And I'm so curious when this podcast comes out, if you're so inclined, I would love to hear if this worked for you, maybe what your kids said, what your teammates said. I think if you're a leader like at a gym and you said this, I think some people might be surprised that you're saying something like this, but I think it'll be a magical interaction and it'll be a game changer in pivoting how you communicate with your crew and how all of a sudden that opened up space shifts everything to a more humanized, connected relationship. This is where we're at in 2023 and beyond. So try these. It's really simple, two simple things. I'm curious to know how it goes. It's been super valuable in my world. As varsity humans, we are always kind of looking, I think, for the complicated answer. And like for it to be valuable, it has to be hard. It's got to be the Harvard degree and the D1 championship and CrossFit game, but also I think the answer is sometimes right in front of you, and it is simple. If you've ever done marketing, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. As a baseline, I think we forget that as we get older because things get complicated. But let's keep it simple. Let's connect. Have a great day. Try these two things out, and let's just humanize our lives and our leadership as much as possible. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for joining Turmeric and Tequila with your host, Kristen Olson. Tune in next time, and don't forget to subscribe on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.